I have some, what is this called, wax-free dental floss. How could I not even think about that? Tooth floss. This is Invisalign day 2. I still have a lisp, which is really annoying me because I did not think I was going to have a lisp. But anyway, I'm hoping that that will go. I do have a little bit of pain, not like really bad pain, but bad enough pain. I'm going to talk you guys through the whole process now. This is Invisalign week 1 progress. What is Invisalign? Invisalign is basically alignment retainers basically that you get. You go, you get a scan, they show you what your end result could look like, and then basically the aligners are made in the States, they're sent to your dentist here, and essentially you just change them every 2 weeks and they align your teeth. I met O'Neill Dental Clinic, who are based in Swords. So I went out to those guys for my initial scans and, you know, just to talk through the treatment and was it suitable, was I going to get, you know, results that I would be happy with, because obviously my treatment isn't extreme, so it's only slight changes, so would it be worth my while really? So basically they took my scans and they looked at what they could do for me, and the process really from when you take your scans is probably 6 weeks after that until you get your aligners. And these are the actual aligner packs. So they give you a couple of packs to take home with you because you change them every 2 weeks. So I know next Friday I have an alarm set on my phone to remember to change my aligners. So they've given me a couple of packs and they're all dated and what I have to do and when I have to change them. What have I learned so far? Number 1, it does hurt. It's not as bad if you've had tracks. It's not as bad as when you know, when you get the tracks tightened. It's nowhere near that kind of pain. You will have rawness in your mouth, like my tongue is hurting me, but a little bit of Angela or whatever, I'm sure it'll be fine. The aligners are really hard to take out. It's day 2 for me, as I mentioned, and I'm really struggling to find out a good way to take them out when I'm eating. Getting them back in is fine, but taking them out is hard. Okay, so this is me without the aligners. I've taken them out now and I'm going to show you what my teeth look like now. So hopefully you can see the attachments. They're completely clear, so they're really hard. They're going to be really hard to see. So there's a couple of them on my teeth. With the aligners off, you can't really see them. They're very, very clear. But you can see the gaps that have been filed in my teeth. So you can see here that they have. So you can see where they have had to file my teeth, and you can see what the attachments look like. So, you know, the filing wasn't that bad. Yeah, it was a little bit uncomfortable, but it was fine. And that's it. I won't have to do any more of that, I don't think. So yeah, this is my Invisalign video part 1. Here we are, 3 weeks on. Now I have a bit more of an idea what to expect and maybe some tips and stuff that I've come across. The weekend that I recorded that first part, I got bad headaches, the Sunday in particular, so kind of the second day after I put them in, I was getting a really bad headache. I thankfully learned how to take my retainers in and out because I was really worried that I wasn't going to be able to eat for a few days. What have I learned? First things first, I snacked a lot. Prior to Invisalign, I ate a lot of snacks that I wasn't even thinking about, and I was popping them into my mouth left, right and centre and not even thinking about it. Invisalign has stopped all that. Secondly, I brush my teeth way more than I ever did. I actually don't brush them after every time I take them out, but definitely every second time. One tip that I have come up with is, this is my little friend. Obviously you're brushing your teeth all the time. In work it's not too bad, I suppose I could leave a toothbrush there, but anyway, this holds all my stuff. So I have a mini toothpaste, I've got a toothbrush and a little cover. I have just got some mouthwash, like little samples, just in case I haven't used them, but just in case. I have some, what is this called, wax free dental floss. How could I not even think about that? Tooth floss. And then, oh my god, one thing that nobody warned me about was my lips, my dry lips. Nobody told me about the dry lips. That is my little Invisalign pack. My Sullivan put them up on her Instagram, and they're the Stare Dent Pro, and basically they just help keep the retainers clean because they do get a little bit grubby, I'm not gonna lie. But you change them every 2 weeks, so it's not the worst thing in the world. But if you soak them, you basically just, it's an iridescent tablet, and I pop them in a little cup, and while I'm putting on my makeup and eating my breakfast, I let them soak, and then I brush them, and I do that every day. Anyway, a couple of things. People obviously asked why I was getting it done. When I first thought about Invisalign, I thought I was the perfect candidate because my teeth weren't that bad, and I thought Invisalign was really only for people who didn't have that bad teeth, and you know, they didn't have a really bad case of needing train tracks or things. And it was only when I went in for my consult that I really understood that you know, Invisalign can treat 96% of cases. I was definitely not the norm. Most people who go in have a much more severe case than me. Mine was purely cosmetic. But I suppose I went with it because I was unhappy, and there was just little things, like a little gap. There's a gap there, and it was driving me mad. My front teeth overlapped. The whole Invisalign treatment is amazing. I went with O'Neill Clinic, as I mentioned, who are in Swords, and the reason I went with them was obviously convenience, but then when I actually went in for my consult, I understood that they had this, like, they were just so far advanced compared to some other surgeries. O'Neill use an Urtro scanner. Basically that means you don't have to get the messy mold. So I don't know if anyone's ever had to get impressions of their mouth, and you get that thing that, you know, they stick up into your gum, and it feels like it's like running down the back of your throat, and you're gonna like die, and you're not gonna be able to breathe. So that's probably a bit extreme. They don't use that. They have basically this scanner, and it goes on your teeth, and it takes basically photos of your teeth essentially, and that's how they build your mold. And I just felt like the overall service that they gave me, from going to see the dental hygienist initially, and then, you know, the whole kind of treatment from then has just been amazing. They obviously open at lunchtime, they're there on Saturdays and late evenings, which also helps. So one thing that has come up, people asking me, is obviously about price. So Invisalign depends on, there is no real one set price, but it starts at €3,500, but the consultation's free. So if you go in to O'Neill Clinic and get a consult, they'll go through the whole thing with you. They'll give you a rough estimate of your price, your time frame, etc. The other thing that is amazing is there's interest-free payment plans. So obviously it's the hugest sum of money to be handing over, but don't worry, you're not handing that over at the desk on the first day. It is for most people. I am definitely not the normal Invisalign client because my teeth weren't really bad to start with. Tips and tricks, I suppose, things that people have told me and that I have done. When you're changing your set, do it at night time. The only thing I have noticed is that, obviously because my teeth are now protected in like the aligners, when I take them out and I'm eating really chewy or really hard things or nuts or things like that, my teeth are a little bit like, not sensitive, but they're a little bit like they're slightly sore when I'm chewing on something that's very hard. Have I noticed a difference in 3 weeks? No, I would be lying if I said yes. I haven't, but it's only been 3 weeks. Teeth whitening is included as well with O'Neill Clinic. So you get the price includes all your aligners, your impressions, your molds, your initial dental hygienist visit, and whitening at the end as well. So it's an all-inclusive price. You know, you're not going to have any little add-ons, I suppose. The very lovely people in O'Neill Dental Care have given me some vouchers to give away. I'm going to put it over on my Instagram as well, so make sure you head over and check me out, and you can also check out O'Neill Clinic on Instagram as well. But they're giving me 2 vouchers to give away for €100, and that's for any treatment in the clinic. Make sure you head over to Instagram and check out how you can win. But there is a question going to be on the Instagram. So the question is, where is O'Neill Dental Clinic based? And the answer I've already said, but it's in Swords. So head over and enter the competition. Thank you guys for watching. I will keep you updated on my progress and any changes that I notice, or when I have significant change to show you. And if you do have any tips, if you have Invisalign yourself, or you've had them, or you're thinking about them, and you have any tips, leave a comment below, or catch me on Snapchat or on Instagram as well. And yeah, thumbs up, and let me know if you've got any questions, and leave them in the comment box below, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.